Welcome to WesternSlopeNow.com. Meteorologist Russ Pappas here. Okay, so I-70 is open. I personally do not think it will stay open for 24 hours. So the clock started last night around 10:30. It reopened right as our broadcast was concluding. I don't even think it's going to stay open 24 hours. We have that much storm activity in the area. Already under a flood watch for the same zone, and that's going to last through Friday night. Here's, if you don't already know, the alternate route, the detour. If you're heading eastbound, that's how I'm referencing this. You'll see Rifle, you'll take a left, you'll go north, Colorado 13, all the way to Craig. Then you hook up with Highway 40. And from Highway 40, you head eastbound through Steamboat Springs. Gets a little slow in the boat. That's why I like to dip out of Steamboat Springs at the golf course when I'm heading south out of town. I like to hook up with 131. That brings me through Bond, Wolcott, State Bridge, but not in that order. Wolcott is your ultimate destination back at I-70. But the advised detour takes you from Steamboat Springs along 40 to Kremling. And then in Kremling, you hook up with Colorado 9. And then you go south through Heaney into Silverthorne and back to I-70. So this is the route, and I'm going to suggest that you get used to it, because we're going to be dealing with these showers and thunderstorms and these flood watches getting upgraded to flood warnings, and these flood warnings subsequently closing the interstate, either as a safety precaution or because of an actual debris flow and cleanup. Taking a look now at the live tower cam. This is all right around 3:30 on July the 22nd, as has been the case and as will continue to be the case. Mountain zones, mesa zones, plateau zones, they're the first to bubble up these storm clouds. And then all afternoon, they're going to continue building. And right about the early afternoon hours, they start ripping some storms out, ripping some rain, some lightning, some gusty winds over these isolated, high elevated sites. Late in the afternoon, they start to get on the move. And that movement is going to continue through the evening hours. For some instances, for Grand Junction, for example, past midnight, we should have some storms past midnight. So good lightning show tonight if you're going to look to the north over the Book Cliffs up onto the Tavaputs. Not a whole lot of measurable rain. You're just looking at a 24-hour period. I suspect we'll get a lot more. Current temperatures in the middle of the afternoon, just below the average. Montrose, you're supposed to be about 90. Grand Junction, you're supposed to be about 95 this time of the year. So still a hot start each day, and that's going to continue on Friday as well. Though I think there's a chance of some added cloud coverage Friday morning and a possibility of some light showers across Palisade, for example, which is not ideal. Nobody likes to pick peaches in the rain, least of which those who work in the orchard. So I think there's the slight chance that we could see some light rain lingering into Friday morning, but we're still going to be breezy past midnight. We're still going to have storms kicking past midnight. Right now, we don't have the wind yet. Top wind gusts of the day haven't even been realized because those storms have not moved much. They're tracking in from the southeast to the northwest. You'll see it on radar in a moment. Still, that flood watch continues for the San Juans, also continues for the Central Mountain Range, especially the Grizzly Creek burn scar. That complicates things because I-70 is open right now. But under a flash flood watch, we're one step closer to that safety closure. Here's storm moment. A lot of storms coming out of the San Luis Valley, tracking to the northwest. We're looking up onto the Tavaputs right now, just north of Parachute, with some activity. These storms are putting down some lightning, some of which have a hail signature highlighted in pink. But these are high elevated sites, so it's not likely you'll get hailed on in Rifle. It's possible, but it's not likely. But these are putting down some heavy rains. And you need to concern yourself, even if you're not under a flash flood watch, if you have low road crossings that cross over dry washes, those are going to fill up, and those are going to swiftly get on the move. So please be careful. I know it's easy to do. A lot of us have bigger trucks. A lot of us have all-wheel drive vehicles. Just wait it out or turn around, please. You don't know if that road's been compromised by that water, and it may only be a couple of inches, but a couple more inches is enough to sweep your car down the road, and that's a search and rescue. So we are looking at the San Juans, we are looking at the divide, and there's plenty of activity, and this is going to be sustained through the evening and through the overnight hours. Temperatures are going to be hot again on Friday. We're going to start hot. We're going to be muggy. So if you're outside playing or working, just seek some shade and try to take regular breaks and hydrate, because it's going to sap you quickly. And then, of course, those afternoon storms will return Friday afternoon, Friday evening. You'll notice the temperatures do trend a little bit closer towards the norm. You also see that sunshine icon, Sunday, Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday. Don't be fooled by that. We have a high-pressure system that is going to be on the move and reestablishing itself at the beginning of next week to our east. That is a favorable situation for getting even more showers and thunderstorms, more so than what we have right now under this current high-pressure system placement, which happens to be over the Four Corners region. So we're just catching the edge of the high-pressure system. Once it fades off towards our east and scoops up Gulf of Mexico moisture, it's going to bring a whole lot more rain showers. And that extended forecast with those icons, that's subject to change. Now for Montrose, we do dip below the average, barely, by a couple degrees. And of course, there's always going to be the rain-cooled temperature events that occur in the afternoon hours and the evening hours. And we're going to keep the clouds around as well. And we will have rain showers throughout the course of the weekend. So watch the flood watches. Be warned of the flood warnings. Be mindful of where you are out west. Slot canyons, dry washes, low water crossings. Just glance up at the sky, see what's going on before you decide to embark on a road trip or a hike. Oh, and by the way, if you're hiking, if you're out to Bag Peaks this weekend, you need to get an alpine start, which is pre-dawn. And even then, there's no guarantee you're going to avoid storms by lunch. So you might want to reconsider, and you should certainly go over your backcountry lightning protocol.